my loves, hello my besties, hi, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm Alanna. I am located up in Western New York in the USA, and today we are going to be doing a Let's Talk video on The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's probably not. I'm so sorry if you're watching this. You're probably not, but I'm trying. This book was really good. I rated this a 3.75, right? Yeah. I rated this a 3.75. I really enjoyed this story. It was really, really good. We're basically following Theo Faber, who is a criminal psychotherapist. He gets a new job at the Grove because there is a patient there named Alicia Berenson who he has taken a special interest in, and he wants to go there and try to help her. Basically, Alicia Berenson had a seemingly perfect life until one day. Oh, okay, let me start over. She was a famous painter. She was married to a man named Gabriel, who was a fashion photographer, a renowned fashion photographer, and the life seemingly was perfect until one night she shoots him 5 times in the face, and then she never speaks again. Now, it's been years at this point. I don't remember how many years it's been, but she has not spoken since that night, since she killed her husband. And basically, Theo wants to go, and gets this job at the Grove, and he wants to help her. He wants to use his psychotherapy to get her talking again, to see what the problem is, to see if she actually did this or if she is not guilty and she's been locked up this whole time in this it's a forensic psychiatric hospital called the Grove. So we spend most of our time in the Grove, but we also go to other places in London, like Cambridge and Surrey, England, and the hospital is located in North London. So we see a lot of different things happen in this. It's dual POV, kind of, and dual timeline. So it's dual POV in the sense that we get Alicia's point of view through a diary. And then it's through Theo's point of view present day and Theo's point of view past tense, like his past point of view. And this, I thought this was really good. It was done really, really well. This is his first book, and it is so good for a first book. Obviously, our main characters, we have Alicia, who is a famous painter. She is a patient at the Grove, and she is there because she is supposed to have killed her husband. I want to say it was like 5 years ago or something. I don't know. And then Theo is her psychotherapist. He's captivated by Alicia's story. He finds out about it, and he's gone to see her artwork and stuff, and he decides he's going to apply for this job at the Grove because he wants to be able to go there and work with her and get close to her and figure out what is going on. And then we have Gabriel Berenson, who is her former husband. He was a renowned fashion photographer. They had a very, very good relationship for as far as we knew. It was the perfect relationship. She loved him very, very much. He loved her very much. And then one night he comes home from work late and she kills him, which isn't great. So then we have Kathy Faber, who is Theo's wife. She is then used to be, depending on the tense we're in, like the timeline, if it's his current or past timeline, a famous actress in, I believe it's Broadway. She's like a theater actress, and she's Theo's wife. And then We have Professor Diomedes. He is basically the person that Theo, it's his supervisor essentially. He's not like the person who runs the grove. The person who runs the grove is a woman who, she doesn't really have anything to do with like the mental health of the patients or anything like that. So Professor Diomedes, is the person who Theo reports to, who has also worked with Alicia before. So you see quite a bit of him throughout this as well. And then we have, like I said, the setting takes place at the Grove, which is a secure forensic psychiatric hospital that is located in North London. And we also visit other places throughout London during this, because you get to see glimpses into her past, and you get to go to these other places that have to do with her life. And then we also have, I forget what his name is. One of her good friends, they've been friends for a really long time. He runs an art gallery and he shows her stuff. We see him a lot throughout this as well. I don't remember what his name is at the moment though. The pacing, I thought this was very fast paced. It really kept you engaged throughout the whole story. The tension and the suspense just kept building throughout the whole thing, and then you were always engaged because there was constantly like touches with the mystery and these revelations that were coming about that you didn't exactly. I didn't see some of them coming. I didn't see a lot of them coming. I didn't see the plot tits. Oh my god, if I say plot tits one more time. I've recorded a few videos today and I have said plot tits multiple times. The plot twists, they took me so by surprise. I didn't see them coming at all. I really enjoyed it though. Like I said, there wasn't really slow parts. Even when stuff seemed a little slower, you were getting this knowledge that you really needed to help you go into the whole mystery of it, which was cool. And then there were a bunch of themes in this. I'm not going to go into detail too much about them, but we have themes of boundaries and empathy, honesty versus deception, childhood trauma, dramatic irony, and the red herring characters. So the red herring character would be Max Berenson, who is Gabriel's brother. He does not have a good relationship with Alicia. He never did. And then we have dramatic irony, and it's mostly just because nobody really listened to Alicia until she stopped talking. So there were things happening in her life, and she had been trying to talk to the people around her because she was scared, and nobody wanted to listen to her. Nobody really believed her. Everybody thought she was having another, like, kind of psychotic break because she had one when her mother died. They were told she was being told she was acting the same way as she did then. And, so nobody really took her seriously. And nobody took her seriously until she stopped talking. So, we have that. This explores the psychological wounds that are left behind through child abuse, and also touches on the lasting effects of the trauma that comes with that. So Theo was somewhat abused in his childhood, and so was Alicia. Alicia, you basically find out that her mother dies in a car accident, and Alicia was in the car as well, but she survived. And basically when she goes home, her dad basically says, "Why did it have to be her? You should have been the one who died." And that basically shuts a lot of stuff down within her at a young age. And then she goes on living her life to get to this point where it's like the person who was supposed to be there and who was supposed to care for her and supposed to love her no matter what wants her dead, or wishes that she was instead of his wife. And then you get to the point where she ends her husband's life, and you find out some things throughout the end of the book where it's the same kind of situation, and it must have been a kind of triggering thing maybe that could have caused issues. But we deal with that, and you just see kind of the effects that it has had on her during her life and where she is now and how she got there. And then I didn't put really any tropes in here because there's not really anything like... I feel like when I think of tropes, I think of stuff for like romancy kind of novels or fantasy and stuff like that. So when I looked at tropes for this, I like tried to look up like what kinds of tropes there were because I wasn't seeing any of the normal stuff that I would think of. And it's a lot more of just kind of themey stuff that's not as much tropes. So I didn't put down any tropes for this, but originality, I thought this was extremely original. The setting was, I really enjoy reading about stuff, especially thrillers and stuff that are to take place in psychiatric hospitals. I'm really like I don't know, I really like those kinds of movies and the psychological stuff and books like that as well. So it was really cool to step into that kind of world with this. I really enjoyed the not speaking aspect of it and how everything really tied together and how everybody's stories kind of tie together and how everybody like is connected by some kind of childhood trauma. Like I really enjoyed all the aspects of this that were put into this. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. The emotional impact this had, I was reeling for this whole book. Like the revelations that kept happening and then the plot twists that came and just all of it really threw me for a loop. I really enjoyed this. I listened to this one on audiobook as well and it was very good on audiobook. I listened to this like in a day, I think. Let me check Fable. Yeah, I listened to this. I started it November 25th and I finished it yesterday, the 26th. So I literally read this in less than 24 hours. Because I listened to, I think, a chapter or a couple hours worth, like an hour or two on the 25th, and then I listened to the rest of it yesterday. No, that's a lie. I listened to a lot of it on the 25th, and I listened to the last couple hours yesterday. But I flew through this book. I really enjoyed this. It really took me by surprise, all the different things that really tied together through this. Like the ending, which we're going to talk about, but the ending really surprised me. It really ties everything together, and I didn't see any of it coming at all. Like I was completely taken aback by the whole thing, and like I said, I didn't see the twist coming. I was very surprised by the twist, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless. I gave this a 3.75 stars. I really enjoyed it while I was reading it. It's not something that I'm going to just think about constantly afterward, which is why it didn't hit up to 4 stars. But I did really enjoy it. It's a really good fast-paced thriller, so if anybody's looking for a fast-paced psychological thriller, definitely check out The Silent Patient. I thought it was really good. I don't really know what else to say about it. I thought this was fantastic. I will probably end up listening to it again at some point or reading it myself again at some point. But that's basically all I really had for this. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot and I really do appreciate it. If you are going to think about picking up this book or you have already, please let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I would love to know. And if anybody recommends any of his other books, please do let me know that as well if he does have any more. I haven't really looked into him since I finished it, but I really enjoyed his writing and his writing style. So if you have any recommendations or anything that's like this, please do let me know. I'd love to know that as well. Thank you guys for spending time with me. I know that time is not something you can get back, so any minute you choose to give to me really does mean the world, and I truly do appreciate it. I hope you guys stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.